Hello everyone and welcome to the console review with me, John Parker, and...
Me, Jack Cowling, and...
Me, Cody, Chronotis.
Hello folks, and today we are going to be reviewing the Pheonix console from Hands of Omega. Now, Cody, you have the Tardis, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you want to go ahead and summon the exterior and we can get started?
I shall do. Assuming it actually works this time.
No, I'm sure it will.
There we go. Of course, the ATI card still has what's going on.
I love the pattern going around the actual outside of the, on each side of the actual exterior.
Yeah, it's like a quartz.
Like a what?
A quartz.
Okay.
It's like a mineral.
It is nice.
Like a quartz mineral. Quite nice.
It's okay, I suppose.
Some very nice bump mapping on this, actually. It's like the etched Gallifreyan symbol on the left. Yes, left. Or actually no, around it. Okay, the whole thing has got a Gallifreyan symbol etched into it.
I do like one thing I do like about this, which kind of gives you kind of like an idea of like activity going on, is the actual the edges. If you look at the edges, the actual green
the glowing
material is moving. Which kind of
this is actually
in a way it could imitate. Well, obviously I don't think it is, but it's like it's imitating Artron energy.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, the Artron crystal thing from the Cybermen episode was like a green like diamond shaped kind of thing. So I suppose in a way that kind of, well, to me it looks like it's given the effect of Artron energy running through the veins of the exterior, which is actually quite cool.
I will add a little OCD point just to say that the door here, I think this is the door, has a gap through the mesh there. Don't know whether that was intentional or not.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
It's just something I noticed.
Yeah, it probably wasn't intentional.
It's something minor.
The lamp I'm not too overly fond of. I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
The textures are a bit stretched.
And yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Is that the same texture as the? No, it's not. It's actually meant to be like that. Yeah, it's actually meant to be like that.
Still, I'm not overly fond. I mean, it's more like just a plain texture to me. I mean, they could have had a bit more going on. Perhaps made it a little bit transparent, have something inside going on, or just something like that. Or have the.
I think it was more like a painted glass effect they were trying to go with, or a paint really. You know, there's glass that glass where you have it completely opaque, but the light will shine through it.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were going with. What they could have done in response to that then is they could have made, when the light turns on, they could have had a projector that had the similar texture on, so it would project that texture on the ground as it flashed. That would be cool.
The actual this screen thing. This is quite good. I like that. Oh,
yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay, so I can walk through the door.
Yeah. Physics are horrible.
Yeah, the entire thing's set to none.
There is some physical parts in there. Like I can't walk through the walls. It just seems to be the door.
Ah, yeah, but if you edit link it, John, every prim physics shape type is none, apart from the lamp. That's convex hull.
Oh. But when you take off edit link, it's on prim. So what's been set to? Oh, it's the root prim. That's why.
But no, I do like the little screen that goes on here, with all the information on it.
Mm.
It's the map that's set to prim. That's why you can't walk through it when you go in.
Deadlock seal active. Authorized users only. Internal dimensions. Transcendental. Swipe to
up.
open. So how does the actual doors open then?
I think it just vanishes. Yeah.
Meh.
Oh no, actually, it moves out the way if you go in Control T, which is kind of pointless because you can.
It's the same how the 50x works.
Oh,
50x
right.
is the same
Okay.
thing.
Not entirely sure how you're supposed to close it back up though.
Click on the door that's been moved to the left.
Okay.
That's not very clear. They should have
Yeah.
the panel that
There should be
opens
like
the door really shouldn't be on the door. So say the thing that opens the door was here. At least then, when the door moved, obviously you'll still be able to click on the thing here.
Can you still click it anywhere else on the actual exterior?
I don't think so. I think you actually have to Control Alt T and click onto the panel.
It's a little bit out of not user intuitive, but
Yeah, I was going to say it's not good for when it comes to the users actually using it physically. I don't know.
they're a little bit awkward because some people won't know that. They won't know that the door's moved to the left.
One quick thing. Open the door again. Okay, so I can close the door.
Yeah, that's with every Who exterior.
you can close
Anyone
doors,
can
but you
close
can't-
your door, but nobody
can-
can
okay.
open apart from you and your companions. Which I suppose the logic makes sense, is if you shut a door
Yeah.
and it's got a Yale lock,
Yeah.
anyone
It
can
will
shut that
automatically-
door. Nobody can open that door unless you have the key.
And go
Yeah.
back in.
Makes sense.
But no, overall, it's an okay exterior. Design-wise, it's fine. Textures, nah, not so much. I'm not overly a fan of it, to be honest. The whole kind of stone, kind of marble look on each segment. I don't know. It just doesn't really fit with me.
I like it. I think, and I could be wrong here, but I've seen a texture similar to that on the marketplace. I think. Very similar to it, if not
It
the
does
same.
look pretty familiar. But in any case, should we
That's
move
not
on
a
to the
problem, by the
interior?
way. That's not a problem, by the way.
No, it's not a problem. But just a personal opinion.
Okay. So in we go.
Oh, boom. Here we go.
Woo!
I take it this was a concept, wasn't it? If I remember correctly.
Yes,
This was taken from a...
based off of the base. At least the room was based off a concept, anyway.
The one thing I really need to point out is that, you know, the actual walkway around the actual console? It's
small.
It's too condensed. Way
A
too
little
condensed.
bit
I mean,
hard to move around.
look at that. That's no. I'm sorry. That's a little bit ridiculous. They could have literally expanded that slightly. There's no reason why they couldn't.
But then again, saying that, it can be difficult to measure. Because this build was by Rowan, right? So what she could have done is she could have made a prim around for the main center part, and then made a prim for the console. But measured the distance between the two, and then exported that into Blender, and then built the console around that, and did the prims later.
But I mean, like
Because that way she
for like roleplay use, for example, if you've got one or more pilot, for example, if you want to roleplay that, that's going to be almost next to impossible doing that unless you specifically station everyone to a specific part of the console. But then again, if you're trying to fly it and you want to kind of give the idea that, you know, you're moving around to different switches and different buttons and whatnot, it doesn't really work that way with a condensed walkway around the actual console itself, the actual controls. So to me, that's a big no. So,
It's a little bit awkward, yeah.
other than that, I do love the activity that we have around the console, the actual controls itself. I love the activity going on.
Yeah, I'm okay with touchscreen consoles. I prefer ones with controls because I like things that move about. I'm very mechanical.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
but every and again a good digital console comes along and I'm like, ooh,
But-
that's nice.
I have to say, the actual holographic images, the way it actually looks like a holographic image.
Mm.
Because if you look at the I don't know what you call it. I wouldn't call it static. I'd call it just call it feedback, for example, right? The actual lines that you can see going up and down, you know.
Mm.
I just think that's
Yeah.
amazing. That is really good. No, I do generally like that, and I love the little light that's going on underneath as well. That leads to the big ball underneath.
Yes.
That and the pattern below. I love that pattern.
Yeah, it's very what's the word?
Magic.
Yeah.
A little bit. I was gonna say spiritual. That's the wrong word. A little bit supernatural.
Yeah.
Only slightly, but yeah.
And you got the Gallifreyan text as well in the middle, where the light's beaming to.
Yeah.
No, that is actually quite nice. I do like that. It's really good.
Now I do remember, guys, that this console has a cool effect when it's powered off and powered on, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, go on. Do show.
I think this is the power, but yes, it is. Going down.
Ooh.
And then watch the ball.
Okay. Like that. So it's like it's packed itself away.
Yeah, and then you power it on.
Oh look, there's a floating ATI link. I wonder how that got there.
Huh.
See, now that's something
There
else.
we go. And then I think this happens. There we go.
Oh. It's like something out of Stargate with the rings.
Now, Cody, if you take off.
Hang on, I'm trying to find where all bloody controls are first. Right, well there's your light switch, that's nice.
That is quite, yeah, I like that. Illuminating the rim around the console.
Hang on, so that's the scanner screen button. Flight systems is that button.
There we go.
You know what else as well? You know that grinding sound when it takes off?
Mm.
That fits well with the rings. Because if you think about it, the rings would move and interact with each other. Obviously, they'd be grinding against each other, wouldn't they? You know,
Or
certain
at least,
intervals.
or at least
Like,
find resistance to each other.
Yeah.
And if you use the explanation that they've got like some sort of magnetic pull, that could also be the sound of the
Yes,
electromagnet
that's a very good point,
firing.
yeah. No, that is really, really nice. Also, one thing I do want to point out is that they actually have, because if you remember from the Smith concept review that we did, when you powered off the console, you had absolutely nothing, or had no way of knowing where the power on switch was, because everything was just completely black. The entire controls were just, well, they weren't there anymore. That, however, I can see they actually left something there. So the handprint.
The hand scanner, which is the power button, stays there, which I think is a nice touch because it looks like a hand scanner.
So it's like they've actually tied the isomorphic idea and the biometrics as well into one, which is quite good. I like
Also,
that.
you'll notice, by the way, the bump mapping on those rings is fantastic. Just look at the detail coming through there as the light hits it.
Hang on, I'm trying to catch a ring. Hang on a minute.
Ah,
There we go. Could just done that.
look at that. Very grimy. I like that.
Grimy.
But yes, I like this console. I like the digital effects in it.
I like what you got going on the door here.
Yes.
The two little screens going on. Well, you got the plaque, and then you got the little screen here. Does this do anything, by the way?
To be honest, I'm not sure. That's only one way to find out. Edit linked. What does this do? 4x4 animation, screen pane. Okay, well, it's animating something.
Oh
Maybe
no, I
this-
think that's just it's
is
just
this-
animating the outside.
Is this an emergency door lever by any chance?
Oh, it is! Look at the hand!
Ah,
Oh.
interesting.
Oh!
Right there. Ooh.
No, the hand just like slid into place.
Oh, you click on the door. Okay.
Hang
Oh,
on,
you click on the
Cody, turn the power back on.
Look up. Well, I will when it stops giving me bloody security messages.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, the hand just lights off.
So that's behind the wall then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me like that.
Oh.
Ah!
Okay.
What?
Oh, is this a projection on the floor? That's a project. Oh,
Is it?
that's fucking cool.
Oh, they've got okay. I'm not so sure about this texture for the light.
I don't know.
It looks a bit low quality. Looks like it's not got any anti-aliasing on that texture at all.
It does a little bit.
I suppose.
Not to worry though. Not to worry. Small. Well, then again, that neither has the projection apparently. The projection also has the same thing. I think they've used the same texture for it. In fact, let me just verify that if I can. Let's select face. So that's that texture. Oh no, they're using a special projection. The anti-aliasing seems to be slightly off.
I love these sliding doors here, and the picture of the Pheonix, which I just think is quite
Yeah.
It's quite meta, really.
yeah.
Oh yes, I forgot the stairs for this console, isn't there?
Yeah. There's access to the lower level. Don't bump your head.
I love
Reminds me a
these
little
kind
bit of the Grace
consoles.
console then.
I love these kind of consoles with some extra parts to it, extra rooms, should I say, or extra levels. No, sorry, extra levels. You know, it does definitely make it worth every penny in the end. No, that is actually quite nice.
Yeah, it is. There is one feature about this console which actually is very nice. The fact that you can access. I'm not even entirely sure what this is. Is it an IF
Power core.
It's like a data core. It reminds me a little bit of the what's it called? I've forgotten. Was it not the Matrix? It was the what Missy trapped them in.
The slice thing, which was part of the Matrix, so you were sort of
Partly right. Yeah, well, it reminds you a little bit like
Something
that.
like that.
So, like, it could be like the Tardis data core or a power core or something. So, yeah.
Now, if they did a self-destruct
Oh no.
control on this, right, having that explode into 100 different shards would be amazing.
Ooh, yeah.
Or have it like a bunch of light rays come from the actual orb, and then
or because they're all floating bits, just have them all just all of a sudden turn the lights off and then just drop. Boom.
Nah, that's not very
No, it'd be really cool because then they could have like effects and sparks and everything. Oh, I'd love that.
Nah.
Everything just collapsed. That would be great.
Ah.
I do like the Randalls as well.
Yeah.
I
Sun's in my eyes.
Those are nice.
I do like the effect of the Randalls being set back into the wall. I mean,
that was taken, I think, from the concept that was used to base this off of. It's a very nice idea, actually.
There's quite a few, I think, consoles that use this kind of concept for Randalls now, don't they? Having them set back in the wall.
Having them inset, yeah. In fact, this is going to be a very weird comparison, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you guys know about, like, traffic lights, how they have that like cover over the top of the light, and it looks like very pointy.
Yeah, I know.
That's the kind of thing that these remind me of. The way it's inset.
Although they're more flat than round. Because traffic lights are more like they've got some sort of they've got some sort of roundness on them.
Yeah.
Like a half sphere.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hemisphere or something, yeah.
But no, this console in general, I think, is actually quite nice. Control-wise, is there any difference compared to other consoles from hands?
Actually, yes. This has a couple of features which actually the 50X had as well, but we sort of forgot them or just didn't reference them. Here is the first one that this console shares with the 50X. If I turn this grid on, right, you see the planet in the middle there. Now what I can do is, say we want to look at Gallifrey. We can do that on command.
It's black and white imagery.
Black and white?
It's not black and white, that's blue, John.
It's a bloody light blue.
It's definitely blue.
Well, another case of my colour blindness. Oh yes, I'm slightly seeing a cyan tint to it, but that's about it.
Okay.
It looks black and white to me because of that.
That's quite good. I like that.
It's just that same feature is on the 50X, but we didn't look at it. So there's something for the people that would like to know that piece of information. I think there's an observatory as well. If we look up at the roof, how to get this camera angle perfect? If I look at the roof and press dome, what that should do is that.
What's that?
It was so beautiful. He sneezed.
It's like wow.
I like how each part of the dome faded away then. Did you notice?
Could you close that up again and see if that actually is a thing? Because I thought it was.
Yes, it will close bit by bit.
Wait, does that mean they're all individual?
Oh, blimey, that is good.
Oh, they're all individual faces.
That is good.
Oh my.
That is really good. Okay, I'm impressed with that. Okay, what's the third one?
I don't know. Is there a third? Is there
Is
something
there
else? Dome, hologram. No, everything else is exactly the same.
Oh,
the
okay.
only features the only unique feature to this console is the moving up and down. The dome and the hologram thing have been used in various other consoles at random times when Hands of Omega have felt it was appropriate.
Oh, hang on, Cody. We
Yes.
saw the power on and off when it's in landed mode, whatever. Try turning the power off now and show Jack how the
I think
things stop.
I think the rings just disappear. I don't think they. Yeah. Oh my god, the grid thing moves with it. I've just realised this is gonna be. Oh dear.
Yeah, that should be turned off. But I really do like how it assembles itself. Look at that.
It's like something you see out of Iron Man.
Yes, that's a good comparison. Iron Man. Most of this console looks like Iron Man. That's what I wanted to
Well,
link
I
it with.
wouldn't say all of it is like Iron Man.
Well, no,
but-
not everything, obviously, but I mean, like the way the digital tech works.
Yeah.
I thought, it reminds me a little bit of Iron Man or Marvel-styled scientific things.
But no, with all that in mind, shall we give our verdicts?
A quick thing before I should say, and this is just my OCD. I like to pick out these things because
Yep, go ahead.
I guess it's partly helpful.
Go ahead.
These little discs with the Gallifreyan symbols in them.
Little discs.
On each of the corners of the panels.
Yep.
If you zoom into them, they aren't centered. They're actually going through the bottom of the actual container.
Oh dear.
Just little things like that, and also the rotations of these holograms are not perfect, but minor. There's nothing really drastic. I'm not. It's not like half of the controls are over there or anything like that.
Wrong? How dare you?
But I just thought I'd pick little things out because I'm a horrible little git.
Yes. Anyway. So, verdict?
Yes.
So, out of 10, John, what would you give the exterior?
Exterior, I do like the exterior. Very minor things that I could pick out. But I do enjoy it quite a bit, so I'm going to say... 9.5.
9.5? Okay. For the interior, what would you give?
I thoroughly enjoy the interior. I do agree with your point, Jack. This section is a little bit tight. And minor things here and there, but I do like the way it reacts. I do like the way it's been scripted. The extra custom things, very interesting. Not quite sure about that hand floating through the wall. I can understand. I can understand the hand moving up and then disappearing as it hits that top border there of the screen. I can understand that because that's how digital things work, which would require them to do multiple layers sticking out and then just hide the hand behind it. Yeah, not so sure on the way it hides itself or appears. But other than that, I do enjoy this console quite a bit, and I'm also going to give it a 9.5. 9.5.
Okay. Cody, for the exterior, what would you give?
That's actually quite an interesting exterior.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something I personally would use, but because it is nice, so I have to agree with John's 9.5.
Okay, that's fine. And for the interior?
I mean, I have to go back to my point about the exterior. I've used parts of this console in mods, but I wouldn't ever use this console as it is.
Yeah.
But again, that's personally because this isn't my viewpoint on what my Tardis should be. Other people might say, "Oh yes, this is how my Tardis should be." But yeah, no, I do agree with John's rating though of the 9.5 because it is very nice.
Okay. Well, for me, with the exterior, I think it's a very interesting build. The build itself, the physical shape is great. I think it looks fantastic. Texture-wise, it's good, although I'm not overly fond of it, especially more like the top area with the lamp, and the marble texture. I don't know. But more to the point, the actual door itself, the way that functions, I don't like that because it's a bit difficult and more awkward for the user to use when it comes to closing it afterwards. You've got to try and click in the area right next to it, where instead that you should be able to click anywhere really, and then it just closes up. So for me, with the exterior, I'm actually going to give it a 7.5. For the interior, no, that's a completely different ball game. The interior, I think, is absolutely astonishing. I love it. A couple of things, obviously, the actual walkway around the console itself, way too small. Really don't like that. But when you look and think of everything else and the way it just functions entirely, it's completely different. Like you said, with the whole hand floating at the wall, yeah, that's I consider that bad because that should never be there in the first place. It's not something that you would just do and then you wouldn't realise it afterwards.
The hand could, of course, just float. I mean, no, not float, sorry, wrong word.
Or just fade away.
The hand could have faded away, there you go, that's what I wanted to go.
Or it could have, float. You know, like in some films when things digitally just kind of, I don't know, dissolve.
Yes, like slowly disappear and slowly appear. Yeah, that would have been better than just floating through the wall.
So that just kind of let them down a bit because it's something that shouldn't be there because it's not something that's impossible to fix or to miss. The actual moving rotor, I'll refer it to a rotor anyway, the rings and everything is just amazing.
Sorry, I'm really obsessed with this bump mapping. I mean, I don't normally like really high bump maps like this, but
oh my gosh,
just look at the shine on that. I don't know. Sorry, I was just looking at that and thinking I really like the way it reflects light. But anyway, carry on.
So overall, I'm going to give the interior an 8.5.
Okay.
Okay. So, folks, that is our review for the Pheonix console. We do hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next video.
Okay then, guys. I'll give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and also vote it yourself using our
Yes, please do.
top right. And check us on Facebook and Twitter as well, if you can.
Okay.
Oh, and our website. Goodbye, guys.
Do you want a bit?
Goodbye!
Thank you, folks, for watching. If you enjoyed, do please leave a like or comment below on this video.
If you want more, on Jack's side is the last video and the recommended video that we've suggested to you.
To stay tuned for more, on John's right is the link to our channel so you can subscribe, and also we have a link to our website if you want more information about who we are and what we do. Until next time,
Take care, stay safe,
and remember,
let your geeky side out. Bye bye, guys.